Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to episode 189 of NerdPod Generations. As always, I am one of your illustrious hosts, Steve Taylor, along with the always lovely Al Judson. Hello, sir.
Hello, friends and enemies.
I'm so flabbergasted saying 189 because I can't believe we're 189 episodes.
I know. We're in that shadow zone where we need to start making plans for 200.
It's crazy.
I know.
I still can't believe it, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm just sitting here trying to do the math on how many years of content we are in. I think we're like 3.5 at this point.
Because I'd say we have to maybe, what would you say, we average an hour and a half over all of the episodes?
Average an hour and a half. Typically, an episode is about an hour and a half, and then sometimes it's 2, and then on like 3 occasions it was 2.5 hours long.
Yeah. But like some of our early ones were like a half hour.
Some were like,
minutes.
I think the first episode was only about 45 minutes.
Yeah, we were just talking about ourselves, which we do like to talk about.
Yeah. It comes up on occasion.
So, folks, NerdPod Generations 189. That means there are 188 previous episodes of pure gold. So please go to nerdpodgen.com. That is nerdpodgen.com. And there are links on there. On the main page, there's a link to our most recent episode. There are also links to Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And there are links to YouTube, and if you go to youtube.com, Al has graciously been uploading full and partial episodes, current and previous. If you do go to those sites, I do ask, please subscribe and hit the notification button so you can be notified next time some of our amazing content is uploaded. And without further ado, because we've got so much to talk about, we are going to start today off with a little segment we like to call, What Have You Been Watching, Playing, Reading? Yes. I know typically we've been starting our shows with like 45-minute tangents, but we have a lot of content to get to.
I don't even have anything in the back pocket of like, hey, did you hear this thing? Because like anytime you say, hey, did you hear this thing, it's always bad.
Yeah.
There's no, hey, did you hear this thing? And it's something good.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. The closest I have to, hey, did you hear this thing is, oh, the Patriots avoid hot water again. Okay. Moving on, I guess.
Avoid hot water and maybe getting A.J. Brown after the 1st of June.
Like that. Here's the thing. He's washed and he has hands of stone. So I'm not super worried.
I wouldn't call him washed.
After the end of last season, it was not great.
Yeah, but I don't have a lot of faith in the management abilities of the Eagles coaching staff.
See, but I have a lot of faith in Howie Roseman, that he knows how to trade for value. And if he trades A.J. Brown, it's because he doesn't think there's value there anymore.
That is true. It's going to be interesting.
It'll be interesting.
It's going to be very interesting.
There's our tangent.
Yes, tangent.
I just want to touch on it because it has been making me crazy. I don't want to talk about the sports journalism side of it.
Okay.
Anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, a high-ranking NFL reporter was caught seemingly canoodling with Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel. And
they were both married at the time, not to each other.
And there was a lot of back and forth about this because it was these photos. Where did these photos come from? What was their response? What did they say? What happened? Essentially, it's the reporter, who's a woman, in a bathing suit in a hot tub with Mike Vrabel, and then them with their fingers interlaced looking at the sunset.
Yeah.
At a couples retreat that has been, by some described as adults only, and by others described as a fuck hotel.
Yeah.
So, which is 2 hours away from the owners' meetings where the stories all were, which is why everybody's like, but why were you 2 hours away from the owners' meetings? Anyway, the whole reporter side of it has been all holy hell of a case.
Yeah.
It's very tricky to figure out what to do. My favorite thing about it is the discussion of maybe we just don't have NFL insiders anymore. Maybe that's the answer to all of this, and we just get rid of this role.
The part that frustrates me is with everything going on in the world right now, it's like, listen, they didn't commit a crime. They're just fucking each other. Just let them fuck. Well, and let them be happy.
It's so funny because funny is not the right word. The backlash that I always see, especially from people who don't want to cover it but are being forced to for various reasons, are in support of the journalist who they know, being like, oh, she's going through so much and it's not fair. Why doesn't Vrabel have to do anything? And I just want to take them aside and be like, okay, so here's the thing. One, Vrabel's not beholden to any standards of journalistic integrity.
Exactly.
So that's a huge issue. It's not a double standard if he has a different standard of behavior. But 2, the reasons nothing is going to happen is because old handjob Bob over here had a way bigger, badder thing happen that he did. And he didn't have to sell the team over conduct unbecoming.
Yeah.
So there's no way you're even going to suspend the coach over conduct unbecoming to the team for salacious photos.
And in reality, what do you think is worse? A fine to the team or what Vrabel's wife did when she saw those pictures?
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee he did not get away unscathed.
I just love he went from this is a laughable matter. Anybody who makes a big deal out of this is laughable. That was his original response. To this has become a big deal to me in my personal life.
Yeah, I bet it has.
Yeah, I bet it has.
I bet it has,
Mikey.
Yes, scumbag.
But again, came out in support of Steph Diggs. After Steph Diggs got accused of domestic violence against several women. Yeah. Came out in support of Steph Diggs. Yeah. So, and when Steph was handing out candy, a.k.a. drugs, to people when he should have been in training camp, came out in support of Steph Diggs. Yeah. The Patriots organization is full of shitty people, and there's no way that they're going to do anything about this.
Well, and the sad thing is you need to take out the Patriot organization and just put the NFL is full of shitty people that turn their eye to so much.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hence, as much as I loved him as a player because he was a great player, Ray Lewis literally killed a
person
and still had a Hall of Fame career
afterwards. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's only when there's absolutely no way out of it.
Like the Ray Rice thing with the video in the...
I was saying like Michael Vick. Like there's no way out of it. And even then, after he serves his time, the NFL eagerly, not like, oh, whenever you're... Like, the moment he steps out of jail, they have contracts ready for him.
Yeah, and now he's on all the NFL shows after his,
Yeah. And it's just like,
Yeah, no.
Anyway, so that was our opening tangent. That's the sports news that I've been watching this week. Is just like, it's really funny watching different people have different takes on it. The people in Boston have had interesting takes.
Oh, I believe
I'll tell you that. They're top of the queue of we're going to assume the worst and then tell it as news, which has gotten several people fired, none of them out of Boston. It also turns out, while we're talking about it, that there is a reporter who does like fluff pieces in the stadium, local reporter out of Boston who is dating a player.
Really?
And nobody seems to care over there, and they don't think it's a big deal because she doesn't do hard journalism, so it's not a big deal because she's just doing fluffy, soft things.
Sounds like she is doing hard journalism. You keep saying fluffy and hard, and yeah.
I'm just saying. So anyway, I did want to just touch on, we finished Reggie Dinkins. The entire first season is out now. Highly recommend. Really funny all the way to the end. Going back to football really quick, the villain of the season ends up being a Michael Strahan type.
Oh, interesting.
Because the central premise of the show is essentially that this Pete Rose type player is trying to get into the Hall of Fame, and the way he's doing that is by self-producing a documentary to make there be more buzz about him getting into the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
And so the finale is about this year's Hall of Fame vote, and how one of the guys that was on the panel died from having a heart attack while reporting the news about the NFL because he was too excited. And so now there's all this hubbub of who's going to be on the Hall of Fame committee now. Maybe Reggie can get in. And the guy that ends up taking his place is essentially Michael Strahan. And he hates Reggie.
Oh, that is great. I got to see the show.
It's so good. I love it. He's played by Craig Robinson.
Oh, nice.
And so it's so
That's
good.
That's the perfect person to put against.
So good.
Yeah.
Great bit where Daniel Radcliffe and him get into like a verbal spat that left me and Kelly howling. Howling with laughter. So good.
I got to see it.
I also rewatched Bullet Train recently.
Oh, nice.
And I just wanted to touch on it because I love that movie, and I feel like it's not a movie that anybody really talks about or thinks about or has anything to say about it. And it's not maligned, but it just, I feel like it deserves more attention than it got. And I can't believe it already came out 4 years ago.
Has it been 4 years?
It came out in 22.
And I want to say it was delayed too, right? So I think it was shot a couple years prior to that.
Yeah, and it's just like, man, I can't believe
4 fucking years.
I know. But I love that movie. It's so smart. It's so funny. And it's definitely a rewatch high value.
Oh,
because, like, on top of it being smart and funny, you're just trying to keep up with all the different things that are going on.
Yeah.
During the course of the story. And so once you know what's happening and you can sit down and kind of pay attention to all the beats, it's so good. It's so funny. And the running gags in it make the movie. Like, between the Thomas the Tank Engine shit and the various forms of luck and conversations about luck, I absolutely love that movie. It's so funny.
And Zoe Betts is Zazie Betts, how you say her name. Doesn't she say bitch all the time or something like that? She shows
up out of nowhere.
But she says, like, she has, like, a tag. I think it's bitch or you bitch or...
when she dies, there's a great moment. Spoiler warning. So she is an assassin who...
Yeah, she gets stabbed with the venom.
Yeah. Brad Pitt, after administering the anti-venom to himself, says, "Oh, do you have a second dose?" And she says, "What do you think, bitch?"
Yeah.
And falls over.
I love it.
And it's just...
And I honestly, I didn't know who this person was prior to the movie, so when I saw a clip recently, I'm like, I forgot that Bad Bunny was the was the drug
That was
lord
one of the funny
coming.
things was watching it and just joking like, oh, he just came from the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like,
Nice.
it's so funny. His whole name, his whole like legal name is in the credits. He's not listed as Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
And so you're reading there and you're like, who is that? Oh, it's Bad Bunny.
Oh, it's Bad Bunny.
Side note, I haven't watched, like, this is the problem with the modern internet, is that I've realized that TikTok and its various facsimiles are the new version of cable, which is to say it's channel surfing. It's the same as channel surfing, except that it's 30-second intervals instead of having, like, you show up in the middle of something and you watch 30 minutes of it, you watch 30 seconds and you get essentially an idea of what the thing is. I bring this up because there have been so many moments where I watch a lot of clips from a movie, a not insubstantial amount of the movie via clips.
Oh yeah.
And I hear the voice of my parents when we would want to watch, Fox is having a special presentation of The Phantom Menace, a movie we own on video. And we would want to watch it on Fox because it's on TV and it's great. And my parents would just be like, but we have the video. You can just watch the video version, and there's no commercials, and it's not pan and scanned, and why not just watch the movie? But this is what TikTok is now.
I gotta say though, it's funny you brought that up. I have been on a Siskel and Ebert binge, watching old reviews. They have it's like a 40-minute episode where they are explaining what letterbox is.
I was just about to say, I think I have to explain what pan and scan means, because no one's going to know what I mean.
It's incredible. Like, you watch it, and this was back in, like, I think it's 88, because they were talking about Laserdisc, which they were selling letterbox versions on Laserdisc. Yeah. And so they would show scenes pan and scanned, and then they would show the letterbox version.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, so you're just bringing this up.
It's the same. You have the vertical. The vertical is the new version of pan and scan. Essentially, for anybody who has no idea what we're fucking talking about, anybody born after 1995 whose brain didn't turn on until the 2000s and who has never experienced anything that we're talking about. Pan and scan was when they started putting movies out on television, they had to change the aspect ratio in order for it to fit televisions. And so basically what you would end up having is the sides of the film chopped off so that it would go from a rectangular shape to a square shape. And you would just cut out the stuff on the sides and it would just be the stuff in the middle. And people that were hardcore film people hated this.
Oh, yeah,
it made us
the worst.
Crazy. Pan and scan. It's the reason why I still struggle with all of the copies of The Simpsons that you can get, whether it's on Disney Plus or whether it's a digital copy on a streaming service of whatever value you want to buy it at. They're pan and scanned because they were in SD. I don't know why, but now they've done this thing where they zoomed in to make it fit the screen. And it makes me crazy because I remember all of these episodes and I know it's not right.
Yeah.
And it makes me crazy.
I'll never forget my big push to Letterboxd was I was for years watching, because Ghostbusters was my favorite movie, and I was watching it. I saw it in the theater, I think 6 times. But then I watched it a million times on VHS and was pan scan. And there's a scene in Ghostbusters where when Sigourney Weaver walks in for the first time and she's talking to Janine at her desk, you hear a sound and then you hear Venkman running and jumping and then coming over to introduce himself to her. In the Letterboxd version, as she's talking to Janine, you see his head pop up. Mm-hmm. And that changes that whole scene. And I, for years, had forgotten about that until I saw the Letterboxd version. I'm like, how the fuck did I not remember that?
Yeah, no, exactly. Stuff gets lost on the side.
Huge.
There are moments in episodes of The Simpsons where they'll reference something and they'll point down. Mm-hmm. So they'll reference like those little bugs that Fox would put in the corner. And they'll point down and you can't see what they're referencing or it's cut off because of the pan and scan. Yeah. And it makes me crazy. But anyway, all of this is to say that's what the vertical is on TikTok. It's the newest version of pan and scan. Yep. We've gotten even smaller now, and everything is cut out, and all the bits that slow everything down are cut out, and it's just bam, 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 bam. All of which is to say, I haven't seen Happy Gilmore 2. I've seen enough scenes to know what I think of the movie. And it's that I think Bad Bunny is really funny and nothing else is interesting.
It is a horrific movie.
It doesn't look good. I like Haley Joel Osment playing a dick. I like just that he plays a dick. Yeah. Not that he's good in it, but I like that they have him playing a dick.
The only good thing I could say about that movie is they got Eminem to play John Lafferty or whatever, the one that was heckling him, calling him a jackass.
Yes.
He plays his son, who is paid to heckle him.
That's funny.
And it is, because it's Eminem calling him a jackass. And it's funny as hell. The rest of it is horrible.
Yeah.
Do not waste your fucking time.
No. The only thing I find funny about it is the relationship between Adam Sandler and Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
I think they have really good chemistry, and I think the characters play off each other really well. Everything else I've seen about it, I'm like, man, I do not need to see this movie.
Nope.
I'm all set. That they did that thing where they reset to 0, and it's just like, you can't reset to 0 on the reboot, guys. Like, you got to pick up at least with some idea of what happened previously. So anyway, all of which is to say, Bad Bunny is also good in Bullet Train.
No, he's great in Bullet Train.
He's great in Bullet Train for like the 10 minutes he's on screen. And I love the pacing in this movie. I love the style of it. I love the how do I want to put this? Like, there's this attention to detail, and then they throw it away. And then they go back to it, and there's a high attention to detail, and then they throw it away. And it's just like these moments that you're just left being like, oh, is Lemon dead? No, we'll get back to it. We'll get it. Is Lemon dead again? No, we'll get back to it. But you just cast off these things, so when things do actually matter and have impact, you're like, oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah. That said, going off of things that have impact, I still don't like the end of this movie, which, not the end, just the derailing of the train.
Yes.
The derailing of the train feels like a producer came in and said, we need a bigger thing at the end of this movie.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have the train derail, and it's going to crash into this Japanese town, and that's going to be the end of the movie. And I'm just like, that doesn't feel right. There's this whole thing of like, there's no one else on the trains. There's no innocent bystanders around anymore. It's just the main characters now. And then you're going to reintroduce bystanders on this big wreck that's never addressed in any capacity. It felt tacked on. It felt too much. All that being said, this movie does have the one thing you absolutely need a movie with Brad Pitt in it, which is him finding and eating snacks.
Yes.
You cannot have a movie where Brad Pitt is in it without him finding and eating snacks. I think at one point he has like a fanny pack that he has snacks in that he pulls out. Like, it's all there. So I love this movie.
And I do love Brad Pitt movies where he plays off type.
Yes.
Because he's not a badass in this. He's just very lucky.
Yeah, exactly. And he knows
just
that.
happens to kill people, but he doesn't do it because he's good at it.
And I just love that he is shocked when it happens.
Yes, exactly.
Like, even he's like, what the fuck was that?
Did I just do?
How did that happen?
Yeah,
I love,
it's so good.
Again, spoilers, I love when he gets bit by the snake for the second time.
Yep.
He comes back, and he's just kind of looking around, and the elder, I can't remember his name.
Wait, are you talking about...
Hiroyuki Sanada,
Yeah,
who
Scorpion
plays-
from Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whose story is actually very similar to Scorpion.
Yes, very much
He
so.
comes home, his entire life
And
has
it's like
been
the
destroyed.
only real serious story in the
Yeah.
train.
He still has that great moment where he's like, I'm going to tell you a story. And Brad Pitt's like, I'm good.
I'm good.
No, it's important
so
to what
good.
you're going through. I'm good.
Yeah.
No, I think it's really going to matter to you. Listen, man, I appreciate it. I'm good. I'm tired. I don't need to hear it. So Once Upon a Time.
I love it.
But yeah, I love this movie. I
Yeah,
think that
it's a great movie.
it deserves way more acclaim than what it's gotten. It's so funny, and the action is so fun.
Oh, it's great.
And it never feels boring or outpaced.
It might be my favorite Aaron Taylor Johnson movie.
Yeah, he has a great moment in this.
I think it's my favorite role he's done.
There was a moment, so I joke about Margot Robbie and other, like, these bombshell women, that moment where a child goes into a movie and they see Margot Robbie. This happened a lot with Suicide Squad. And its various iterations. That idea of like, a 13-year-old is going to go into this movie and see Margot Robbie and experience something they've never experienced before and leave with more questions than they came in with. If you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
There's a moment that Aaron Taylor Johnson has that I think would cause the same crisis in this, where he steps off onto the platform and he lights a cigarette and he's just in this really nice suit and he's really put together and the camera spins in on him while this music dramatically plays and he goes up and he's like, listen, stop fucking with me. Stop calling me. I'm doing your job. Stop messing around. There's the guy. He's definitely not dead. My brother's with him. I'm going to get back on the train. And I was like, this is the kind of thing that's going to cause a crisis for some teenager.
Yeah. Oh, I believe it.
Anyway,